Welcome back, everyone. It is time to add the main deal of our application, that is to add the function that will convert the images. So let us get right into it. I'll call my convert images. You can call it anything. And then we even want to perform two checks. Before we even go ahead to convert the images, we want to know whether images have been loaded at all, and also that a valid extension has been selected. So the first one is to check if images are loaded. And then we can do that by checking if the length of self.images in this case, then it means no images have been loaded. So we want to show a warning to the user that the images have not been loaded, so they should load the image before. That one will be kill message box dot it should be some information instead of a warning. The first argument is self, and then here we give a title. This place should be warning. And then the actual message. Also, we want to perform another check if a valid extension is selected. So check in this case, we can get the text of the combo box, the one that the drop down from which we select the extensions. And then we can now also use this one to perform the check. I think it's quite similar to this. I can just copy this and then paste it here. Just that this one is also a conversion error, but we can really make it more specific. Maybe output extension error. And then here can be select a valid extension to continue. Okay, so after these checks are passed, is when we want to do the conversion. So the extension will be equal to self.combobox.currentText, not current index current text. We also want to get the path or the directory where the user wants to save the images. That one too, we can get it by path equal to kill file dialog dot get existing directory. The first one is self. The second one is the title that will show, so it can be select where to save files. And Now we can check. So if path, that is if the user actually selected the folder in the window that popped up. Then for image in self.images, we open it with pillow img equal to image dot open, and let's say the output image, let's name it output image. Now will be equal to os.path.join. We want to join the path, and then that is the path that the user selected here. And then also let me type it here, then I will explain it. os.path.base name of the image, and also we want to now split it dot split okay, so we have to change this part to an F string. And then bring the dot before it, because inside our application the dot doesn't show there, so we have to bring it ourselves. What we are doing here is, let's take it that the user brings in an image that is called image.jpg and wants to convert it to image.png. This output image here, what it does is, now it will take off this first part is meant to take off this extension.jpg, and then this last part is meant to bring in the new extension, which is the .png. So it takes its old one off and then brings in the new one. After that, you just have to do img.save, and then we save the output image. And then that is all. But for good practices, let's wrap our code in a try except block. Okay, so that's all we need. Let's just test our code and see. Create our connection up here before self.convert. Oh, we should have run it without selecting an image to see if our checks will work. Now we are being prompted that no images have been loaded. We have to load images before converting. Let's see. Select everything except the converted folder. And then now we are also prompted to choose a valid extension. Let's say we want to convert all of them to icons. And then let's select this output folder, this converted folder. There's nothing in there. I just created it for the converted images. We select it, and then it is actually converted. But how did we know? If we now try to add another image, you see that inside the converted folder there was this there are these images there. All of them have the extension .ico. So at least we know that the conversion worked. But one thing I want us to go ahead and do is to, after converting, tell the user that the conversion was successful, and then ask if the user wants to open the particular directory where the images have been saved to. So that is also quite simple to do. We can ask a question which will be equal to QMessageBox.question. I think we have a redundant parenthesis. Self, the first argument as always, and then the second one now is the title. You can say successful conversion. And then now the question that we want to ask. After our question, we have to now also look at how many buttons will be there. We want to include QMessageBox.yes, QMessageBox.no, and then also QMessageBox.cancel. But the default one will be QMessageBox.no. Okay. So if the output of this question, that this one will throw pop up on the screen with these buttons down here, you see very soon. So now if the user selects the yes, if question, then now we want to open the window. We will create another path to be equal to os.path.relPath, and then we pass in the path that we chose up there, and then subprocess dot popen, this one here. We want to open the Explorer, and then in here we pass in the path, the one with the underscore, of course. So this one asks the question. If the output is yes, it will open this. So let's just try it out and see. Let me just select these ones, select an extension to be WEBP, and then convert the images. I'll choose this save folder, and then now I get this question popping up whether I want to open it. Yes, I want to. And then you can see the images that were converted over here. Let me select all of them and delete it. I think we have a bug because I see this thing popping up again, which should not be so. Okay, I think it's popping up the number of times that because it's also inside the for loop, it should be outside of the for loop. Okay, let's try it one more time. Convert all of them to TIFF. Yes. Okay. So we can see the first ones that were converted to WEBP, and then we can see the TIFF to the TIF extension. Apart from that, all other things also work. So that will be all for this video and the end of the image converter series. Of course, if there are any other features you are looking for, you can let me know. Other than that, it has been a wonderful series, and I thank you very much for keeping up to this time. I'll see you another time with another interesting tutorial. Thank you.